Good morning. Back to the challenge. And a warm welcome to one and all. And for those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the Scruffy Trader. And what I'm doing is a discipline challenge if you haven't seen this before. And it's really just to get you to think. If I traded once a day for 10 pips, would it be worth it? Well, the short answer is yes, most definitely. It teaches you discipline, and it also builds a pot relatively safely. And in the process, you learn how to trade a lot better. And ultimately, that's, I guess, what we're all after. I know you see me clown around a lot when I'm doing my trading videos, but that's because I'm passing the time while I'm waiting for a setup, or that's just me in general, to be honest. But I'm very disciplined in what I do. I don't chase the markets. I just trade what I see on a particular day, because there's a difference between day trading and swing trading. Personally, I think swing trading is harder, even though a lot of people seem to think it's easier. It's not. That's why the win rates are so low. It's very difficult to predict what's going to happen in the next few days, but to predict what's going to happen in the next few hours isn't as hard. But that's where discipline comes in, because to wait a few days for a setup to come in, you can kind of do it because you just think, oh, I'll look at it tomorrow, and then you don't think about it anymore. When you're day trading and you think, I'm going to look at this in a couple of hours, you get itchy fingers and you just think, it's only a few minutes, it'll be fine. And then you just jump in. Well, the idea of this is to stop you from jumping in, because you've only got one shot, so you have to wait. And it's that simple. So let me fire the screens up, show you where we are and what we're up to. So let's get this all fired up. Hope if I get myself on the right screen. Oh, I've not done it at all. Oh dear. Oh, diddly diddly diddly. Give me half a second, boys and girls, while I switch all of this on. Drop the clanger. It's a bit early in the morning, you see. I haven't had enough coffee. And, anyway. What a day, what a day, what a day. There we are. It's all switched on. Switched it over. Happy days. What are we looking at? Well, I'm looking at the FTSE. Why am I looking at the FTSE? Because it's cheap, essentially. Now, each morning in the Discord, I put up the scruffy biases and etc. And I've done it this morning, and the first product I'm looking at today is FTSE, and I'm going to be selling it. Now, it's slowing down and it's a slow sell. What that means is be very careful. You know, time your entry very, very well. So let's just get rid of that. And we can have a look to see what we're talking about. If I just scrunch this up so you can see it. Now, there's the levels. And why is it selling? Well, it has been moving down, but look, it is on a level. And it is breaching that level right now, which is a good thing, because I either need to be 10 pips up here or 10 pips down here. So what we're going to do, it's quite early, and the signs are there that this is going to pop. Now I'm at 131 this morning. And I'm going to be very sharp with this order. Why? Because I've already worked it out. And I very rarely trade in open. In fact, it's it's incredibly rare I trade in open. However, all the elements of what I need are here. It's pushing down, it's cracked the level, and the momentum is on my side. So to grab 10 pips, it's not out the ordinary. And the idea is, boom, pick the order, let's pick the order up, but into the target, and job done. Simple as that. And let's see. So I'll let it play out because it's already triggered in. It actually triggered in a little bit earlier than I thought. But not to worry, because another part of trading is not so much just the getting in, it's the management of the trade and all of that sort of stuff. But let's have a look, see if it pushes through down into target, and then job done. There you go, guys. Done. Elements were there for it to go short. Caught the initial burst. Didn't split the trade for a very simple reason. I wasn't expecting it to go backwards. And job's done. 10 pips. So there we go. 13.10. Adding on to yesterday. Kind of makes up for yesterday's trade. So that's 13.10, and it took just over 2 minutes. So happy days, happy days. Live with that. So that's yes. FTSE came from the 1 hour. I was looking for a push in the market, which came. So that has put a little chunk in. We're at 74% of the balance when we started this. We've also put 32% dent into just a target. The target was just plucked out of thin air. It was really just around the 300 up to 1,000 if I was running this forward, but I'm only going to do it up to 30 trades. And as you can see, I've failed trades, which you can kind of see with the nose. What that means is it hasn't quite done what I wanted it to do. In other words, when I've split trades, maybe it's only picked one of the orders up, that sort of thing. Or in the case up here, the conditions changed and I had to hold it, and I just killed it because I was wrong. But that's all part of managing trades. But it made money every single trade I put into it. And that's because I do my homework and I've got a good idea what I'm looking for. So very happy with this. Tomorrow will be at the 26th, Monday or Tuesday. I only trade Monday if I think it's good. But next week will be the end of the challenge. see where we get. But it's kind of proved that little every day can build you up some money. Simple stuff. So all I would think about over the weekend is, are you over trading? Are you too anxious to get into a trade? In other words, clicking the mouse just because the screen's on. And where do you want to be? Because if you start at the end and work backwards, you can break it down. So if you want £1,000, just work out how much you need over the period of time that you want your £1,000 in. And I'll touch on that tomorrow with Coffee with Scruff. Setting targets and life goals. Because it's quite an important subject. And a lot of people get it so wrong. It's not as hard as you think. But we'll break it down tomorrow. So there we go. Job's done. And we'll do it all again next week. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.